senior year, I think we had like an assignment, like a unit where it was like brand yourself as an artist, and it was all about like self-promotion, like branding. And I was like, I don't want it to be my real name. I want it to be like a different identity sort of thing. So I was like thinking about it for a really long time, trying to think of like what would be a good descriptor for like my illustrative style. I was super into mythology. I did like my senior thesis on like Greek mythology type stuff. So I was like, okay, Sphinx, mythology, cats, both very cool things. And then I made Sphinxy was like my illustrator name, and then at the same time, this was like 2018 or 19, I started really getting into DJing. And when it came to that, I was like, oh, DJ SPHiNX just kind of like fell into place really naturally. And then I dropped the Sphinxy for like the visual stuff, but DJ SPHiNX stuck. And I put the like the SPHiNX spellings. I just like the way it looks typed out rather than just like the Y. Sphinx, mythology, cats. That's how that happened. I really got into it, I remember, because I was kind of bored with the visual art thing for a period, and I just needed like a different creative outlet. So DJing kind of like, I don't know, kind of filled that void. Just kind of slowly became obsessed with it to the point where it just like took up a lot of my time. But early on, my inspirations, and still a lot of inspirations that I mix a lot. I mix a lot of mall grab. I remember DJ SPHiNX was one of the early ones I was very into. Eris, Drew, Octa. I saw them last weekend. B2B at Tangent, so they're still like at my core, just very influential. Other than that, EMG, Erica, Interdimensional Transmissions, and my friends. Like, I'm surrounded by some really talented friends who are DJs and producers, so definitely my friends are at the top of the list. Lately my mixes I kind of approach them, they're more of like a freestyle. I've been really into like mixed genre, but I don't really concern my selections with genre so much as like I'll like pay attention to like certain elements or motifs that I think sound good together. So lately I've been obviously really into like acid bass lines, and now I like went in that direction for a while. In this particular mix, like tribal techno, tribal groove, hypnotic groove, like tribal-esque drums. I really love that type of stuff. Yeah, other than that, I don't know. It sounds cliche, but those DJ mixes that kind of put you on a journey through like different like energy shifts and energy levels. It's my goal, and it turns out different every time, but yeah, every time it's like a kind of mix. I should probably organize my library more. But superstitions and like ritual, I guess. If I'm home, I'll usually like light an incense and just like start my mix. Sometimes my cat will like come to our studio and like sit in her chair and like listen to my mix. That's pretty cool. But like other than that, I don't know. I feel like the mix itself is the ritual. It sounds kind of cheesy, but sometimes that's how I feel about it. That's kind of my approach when I'm mixing at home, at least. When I mix in a club, it's like it's different every time, but I think DJing has like a ritualistic aspect to it, if that makes sense. First thing I think of is it would be outside. When I think of like outside venues, I've been to like outside festivals and venues that are more like intimate, so it'd be outside, more of like an intimate setting, meaning like not like a lot of people, like a large scale festival. It's smaller, a nice sound system, like a void sound system or something like that, some cool art installations, like their multimedia art, like live painting. I'm like an illustrator and a painter, so I'd love to see like artists doing their thing at this kind of space. And I don't know, obviously I'd say like I'd book all my friends, like they know who they are. Just like supporting community and stuff like that. I listen to a lot of old records. That used to be my dad's, like his old collection. And I was thinking about this recently, how like I think it's great that like new content and new music is being put out constantly, all the time. But I think, I don't even know how hot of a take this is, but I think there's like value, especially for young people, to listen to older music, like old like 50s, 60s, like old records, just to see how far like technology, music, culture has come. I think there's a lot of value in that. So that's my hot take. Listen to old stuff, so you can reference it in the new stuff and kind of connect with like generations and kind of understand where you came from and stuff like that. If you're someone who creates or just enjoys music, I think there's a value in like having respect for what people have done in the past. Okay, yeah. I don't know how many people know this about me, but I mess around on hardware quite a bit. Like I don't have a lot of releases, but something I would like to do is maybe do a live set. I don't know when or where, but yeah, I'm really good at making parts of tracks. Like I have some pieces at home, I have some drum machine and like a wavetable synth and stuff like that. So behind the scenes sometimes I'm doing stuff like that. Yeah, so maybe a live set will happen one day.